Greetings all. This is going to be a very short one. We're going to go over mainly two things. The deep fake video that I showed yesterday, having completely misidentified it, alongside the original video. That's number one. Number two, Peter and Pete and their drop test. So it's going to be a short one because after this I'm going to be joining a hangout with Orphan Red where we're going to go over some pretty kind of heavy stuff. First, let's go with this. Let me sort this thing out. Okay, here we are. Let me make the window in the background smaller so it's not so distracting. Right, on the left you have the deep fake. On the right you have the original. I've queued them and I'm going to play playing the audio for one. And well, just see what you think. Here we go.
Every movie I saw in the last several months, you were in it, and good for you. That's just
thanks, buddy. Thanks.
And I was wondering about the one, the Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder.
Where Tom Cruise. You're working with Tom Cruise. What was that experience like?
It was amazing. Like we got to dance together. That was amazing. We had when you do a movie, you do table reads, where like all the actors get together.
At the beginning of the production.
Beginning, before anything, you get together and you read through the script. And so it's like, all these heavyweights, like, Ben Stiller, Jack Black, Robert Downey Jr., everybody. And at the end is like me, like, hey, just happy to be here, guys. And some other supporting guys. And then Tom Cruise walks
Sorry,
in.
guys.
And even...
Sorry, let me just sort... Oh my gosh, this is so tricky. Just a second. I have to make sure that it's displaying properly. So give me a second. Ay. Okay, why is it like this? It should not be like this. It should be the other way around. Give me a sec. Okay, that's that one. To move this one to the side, otherwise you won't see. Let's see. Why is it there? Just apologies for this, folks. This new system is so kind of convoluted. It's kind of tricksy. That's no good. Give me a sec. I'll make the window smaller. Aye. So, but what you are seeing is side by side Bill Hader original David Letterman interview alongside the Bill Hader processed with incredible software that can mask a person's features over live capture. The live capture doesn't have to be live, as we see, because, well, this is not live. So, and by that I mean you don't have to have an actor there to be to have his details registered by the computer in order for the computer to find the details and transpose them onto the mask or the puppet. It can now be done well just by determining the features on the. By the way, determining the features on whatever footage you have. It could be done for photographs too, by the way. So, hey, how are some of these pedophiles going to get out of the blackmail that's held over them? Oh, well, I can think of a way. So, dagnabbit, I'm trying to sort out the windows. For some reason, on my actual display, they look different to how they look on the thing. Let me put this one up. Right, so now I'll move this one to the side a bit. Okay, here you are. That looks about right from what I see. So let's continue.
You guys are like, whoa, and he's super stoked to be there. Just like, yeah, oh, boom. He's like, wow. He's just immediately excited when he walks into a room. So he comes over and he sits next to me, and I think he had been briefed on some of the supporting guys, but he was like trying to play
Let me just pause a little bit. There you go.
me, you know? So he sat down next to me, he's like, I love your work. And I went, oh, thanks. I love your work too, Tom Cruise. You know, like, thanks. and I go, yeah, you know, I'm friends with Judd Apatow and Seth Rogen, and they went to your house. And went, yes. They did come to my house, and I said, Seth Rogen was like, you know, it was amazing. He has like a bike track in his backyard. It's phenomenal. and I did a Seth Rogen impression, and it was like I did a magic trick. Tom Cruise was like, yeah. And he points to me. And he pointed at me and he goes, you do impressions and you're on Saturday Night Live. It was like you won a game show. He was like, yeah, Tom.
And that kind of enthusiasm from that kind of a star, obviously a little intimidating, a little overwhelming.
It is a little overwhelming. Yeah, it was pretty
But
amazing.
you were able to work out and everything was fine?
Yeah, everything was great.
And when it was over, it was all good?
Yeah, it was great. At the premiere, he came up to me and he goes, can you believe we were in that movie? And I was like, I can believe you were in that movie. You're Tom Cruise.
Jolly good.
Yeah,
Okay. Apologies that wasn't so fluid as I would like it to be. But hey, I do my best. Right, so that's that. Now I'm going to close this window and go to this one. And go here. Now, Peter and Pete. This channel. I'm going to paste the link. Oh, no, I'm not going to paste. Sorry, I was going to paste the link, but I haven't even got my YouTube page open. So, greetings to everybody who's in the chat, but I can't quite see you because I don't have it open. This channel, Peter and Pete. Subscribe to them. They're brilliant. They do a very interesting work that Globe believers don't do. It's like they're afraid or something. So let me center it. And I'm going to play it. It's only short. This clip. What they're doing is they're dropping objects. That's what. Sorry, let me get rid of things that I don't need. Like this, I don't need. Okay. And I will move the window in the background so it's not so distracting. So just watch objects of the same volume but with different mass or different weight dropping. Okay? Enjoy, Globe believers!
The same video applies, you know, we've just rotated it and that's about it. So there's me zipping up there. There we go, got it. Here we go. The only thing you can't get in view is the top, so here we go.
Yeah, but at least people know that we've got the full length
Absolutely.
video footage.
Absolutely, of course. That's the thing. There you go, drop and boom. There we go.
When I first recorded this,
You were pretty sure that the heavier objects.
I could clearly tell that the heavier objects hit the ground.
Well, let's have a little look at the other webcam.
Oh, sorry. When I first saw this, I could tell that the heavier objects.
There we go. Let's go. Wait there. Let's have a look at the other cam. I'm just zipping through this to get. There you go. Here we go. There we go. Let's just go back. Here we go. Let's just play again. Here we go. And there.
Probably 118 or 119.
Absolutely. Well, I'm just going to go back here because what I've done here is I've zoomed in and we can follow the objects as they fall. Okay. So here they go. There we go. Yeah, and you can clearly tell that the heavier object hits the ground first. Oh,
there's quite a gap.
There we go. So we've done that, and do we need to play this again?
Yeah, you should play it in VLC.
VLC. There you go. Now you can see the heavy bottle is in shot there. Okay. There you go.
There we go.
And the lighter bottle hasn't come in shot.
Can't see it.
It's still not in shot.
Still not in shot. No.
It's still not in shot.
No.
There.
There it
That's where you see the heavy bottles touch the ground already, isn't it?
Looks like it.
Looks like it's touched the ground already, or it's very, very close. Whereas the lighter bottle is
So it's about, I'd say that's about
3 foot, 3.5, 4 foot even off the ground. 3 foot.
Yeah, 3.5 feet.
3 foot. I'd go 3.5 foot. Yeah.
So we can certainly see from this that the heavier the object is, the more of a distance between the two objects.
Well, given this demonstration, the lighter you make an object out of two objects, as it were, if you make one object lighter, it will hit the ground last. Or if conversely, if you make an object heavier, that is more likely going to hit the ground first.
Yeah.
And the heavier you make that object, it's going to have there'll be a larger distance between the two as they fall.
Yeah. So we've done a comparison of all three.
We've done a comparison of all three.
Just
So
to
let's
show
just
you-
go back. There we go. We've done a comparison of all three. Here we go. And
And there we are.
we've taken a still from each image, and you can see that on the first drop, let's just go here. Let's just zoom up. You can see the two bottles there, and there's not much in them.
No, but the heavier object is slightly
But the heavier object, yeah, let's max that out. That's
slightly lower than the
heavier object is slightly
than
lower.
the lighter object.
So it's so easy. It's when you're dropping things from say shoulder height or just with arms outstretched above your head, and then you're dropping things. It's easy to convince people that things drop at the same rate.
Right.
That's right.
It's so easy. But obviously, from what we've seen in this demonstration, is that it's clear.
It's clear from what we've done in all three that the major contributory factor is elevation, height of these objects,
And weight
and
and heaviness of
Yeah.
the objects that you're dropping. Yeah, absolutely. Elevation is a determining factor. Absolutely, because what we did here is we've the variable we've carried out or we've altered is the weight, the heaviness of the heavier object,
Yeah,
and we've made made the light object lighter.
But the bottles are exactly the same
Bottles are exactly the same, so you've got the same resistance acting on the bottles
as they go through. Yeah.
as they're falling. And this is the second drop number 2. You can see the distance between them, and it's getting bigger the heavier the object.
So
The
it's
heavier
it's
the
more-
heavy object is.
So it's more pro rata. The heavier an object is,
Yeah,
the further it will pull away from a lighter
they're kind of like
object.
proportional.
Proportional,
Yeah, absolutely. It's all proportional to their weight, their
Or should we
heaviness.
say relative?
Absolutely, and we do mean weight without reference to gravity.
We're not talking gravity.
No, we're just talking weight, as in
Because
an item's, an object's heaviness.
Yeah, because we're on the understanding that the force, if I can say that loosely, the
Absolutely.
force is within the
The
object.
force is within the object, and this is still from the last drop, and we can see that the gap between the two is increasing.
Absolutely,
It's increasing.
So that's it, really, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah. So if anyone thinks that that objects fall at if objects fall at the same rate, or in my understanding, they'd be absolutely ridiculous. To think that it's it's in our from what we've seen in that demonstration, it does appear that the whole idea of objects falling at the same rate is contrived.
Yeah, it's all contrived to make
Absolutely.
people think that the same force is acting on
Absolutely,
those
of course. So, and you thought objects fell at the same rate? Well, it's our opinion that
It's
that
wrong.
view is wrong.
It's
Absolutely,
very
of
wrong,
course.
because we can be rest assured that if we drop those objects at a much higher elevation,
Yeah,
not 60 feet but 120 feet, for
Yeah.
example, we'd see a much greater disparity between
the heavier
the
and
heavier
lighter
and
object.
lighter object.
Absolutely, of
You know,
course.
it's just common sense.
Common sense, absolutely. But
There you go.
let us know what you think. Drop a comment below, and it'd be great to see your feedback, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So thanks ever so much, and always remember till next time, if something doesn't make sense, like
Objects fall at the same rate.
absolutely objects fall at the same rate. Yeah, you know, well, it's kind of like, well, it's nonsense, isn't it? Of course.
Absolutely.
So thanks ever so much, and we'll see you next time.
Okay.
And you can just test it like they did. You know, if something doesn't quite make sense, well then see if you can test it and find like the truth of it. Okay. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed this tiny little presentation. I hope everything's gone out all right. I'm not sure that it has. Celtic67, 1,000 apologies. I completely misunderstood the video, like a dim. Yes, I did. My bad. And now I've shown it. So it was while talking with Sasha. She's like, Antonio, that's deep fake. I'm like, no, he's just brilliant. No, it's deep fake. Look, when he does Seth Rogen, suddenly he develops stubble. Then I looked and I went, oh yeah. You know, I'd noticed that the eyebrows seemed to shrink too. I thought, oh, this guy can really move his face around. No, it's deep fake. But to those out there who might think, oh, don't do mistakes like that. Like, you should really think, and I've been telling myself this, you know, because it's good for you. But you should really think, if you're afraid of making mistakes, then you're not going to veer off the beaten path. If you don't veer off the beaten path, you don't find that actually a feather and a hammer for that small distance of a type of feather will fall at the same rate. You won't double check the lunar lander and the feather hammer. You won't check whether weights of same volume will drop, you know, two identical same amount of water displacement objects with very different weight, whether what Galileo and Newton said was right, which is they'll fall at the same rate, or as the real world says, no they won't, but you have to test it. And if you think that mistakes are a thing to be afraid of, you won't test them and you'll remain a globling. That's right. Okay guys, thank you very much for your time. I will see you later.